Jess and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, so for today's video I'm gonna be doing 3 Dollar Tree DIYs. I want to share with you 2 different ways to decorate your pumpkins in a farmhouse style and how to make this Hello Fall sign. But before I get started, I want to thank you guys with all my heart for believing me, for support me, for your comments, for your love, for subscribe to this channel and make my dreams come true. Before I started this channel, I knew how hard it was to grow because I have a family vlog YouTube channel for 2 years now and we haven't reached 1,000 subscribers, even posting every single week. And my goal before opening this channel was to reach at least 1,000 subscribers in a year. We've been only 8 months and we are already over 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I feel so happy and so thankful for the opportunity you guys give to me because this is what I love to do. So thank you so much guys. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing and hit the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you like this video and you can comment down below which project was your favorite. And let's get started finally with this Dollar Tree DIYs. Hola mis amores y bienvenidos a mi canal nuevamente. Estoy muy contenta porque estén aquí y para el video de hoy voy a estar haciendo 3 proyectos utilizando materiales de Dollar Tree. Voy a estar mostrándoles 2 maneras en las que pueden hacer estas calabazas al estilo Farmhouse y también cómo pueden hacer este letrero que viene aquí. Antes de comenzar quiero agradecerles a todas esas personitas que han estado ahí por su apoyo, por creer en mí, por suscribirse a mi canal. Antes de comenzar este canal yo sabía lo difícil que era poder crecer en lo que es YouTube porque ya yo tengo un canal de vlogs en familia y llevamos casi 2 años, todavía no hemos superado los 1000 suscriptores y apenas llevamos 8 meses con este canal y ya somos más de 10,000 suscriptores aquí y Dios santo, no saben lo feliz que me hace, lo feliz que me siento. Gracias por su apoyo, por creer en mí, porque esto es lo que yo amo hacer. Así que muchísimas gracias. Y mis amores, si son nuevos por aquí y no se han suscrito a este canal, por favor suscríbanse y activen esa campanita de notificaciones para que su teléfono les notifique cada vez que yo suba un nuevo video. Por favor dale un bonito like a este video si te gusta y puedes comentarme así en la parte de abajo cuál de todos estos proyectos fue tu favorito. Y vamos a comenzar finalmente. Me voy a callar y a empezar.
Okay guys, so to start our first project, I will be using this reindeer moss and I will be placing it in a container and I will begin to cut it in a many small pieces. Now I'm going to put some hot glue in my pumpkin in sections and then insert the pumpkin into the moss. I think this is one of the easiest way to cover this whole pumpkin. I also recommend to paint your pumpkin the color of the moss you use to avoid seeing the orange color details of the pumpkin as it happens to me. But it's okay. To fix that, I just put more hot glue where the orange color of the pumpkin looked and fill it with moss. Then with my scissors, I only had to cut the moss that protruded too much from the pumpkin so that everything will look even. Once you find it covered with moss, for me this doesn't look like a true pumpkin. It looks more like an apple. So I'm going to use some jute cord, cut several pieces, and start to paste them in the center of the bottom of my pumpkin. The idea is to highlight all the details that have the pumpkins, so I will span every jute cord where you find those designs in the pumpkin. Then I will hold them on the other end at the top of the pumpkin and I will put hot glue to paste all the jute cord and cut what is left over. And be careful, don't burn yourself. On the top, I just glue a small piece of trunk to make it the stem of the pumpkin. I used a piece of jute cord and very carefully I began to roll it on the tip of my hot glue gun and leave it for a few seconds, and this is the way I managed to have the pumpkin trundles. And finally, I just have to paste them in my pumpkin near the stem. This is a super easy way to decorate your pumpkin, and I just love how this first project turned out. And the truth is that I think I'm going to end up making several of these pumpkins to place them all over my house. For my second project, and this was my husband's favorites, I'm going to start using these Walmart stir sticks. Bring 3 in one package for less than $1. I will place them all right, and with a rule, I make a line where you want to cut them. What I really want to cut it was the design that these stir sticks had at one end. To join it, I will use popsicle sticks that I had already cut a little smaller and paste them with my hot glue gun. But if you want it to be stronger, I highly recommend to use wood glue. And I put a total of 5 popsicle sticks to be sure the stir sticks don't take off. To color my sign, I used my Waverly Wax in antique color and gave him a coat of paint, covering all the wood, and then let it dry. From there, I will use these Dollar Tree wood blocks, and I will place them on all the edges of my sign without pasting, just to give me the idea of how I want to paste them later and how many I need to cover all the edges of the sign. Once I know how I want them, I will use this rule to paste them and make sure they are stuck straight. And I use my Waverly Chalk paint in mineral color, and I give a coat of paint to my wooden blocks. Once they have dry, I put hot glue on the sign to place the frame of blocks, but I ended up breaking for how long it was, and that, as I told you, the hot glue is not the best option. But it's not a big problem. I just accommodate it and make sure that the frame is straight attached to the sign. To make the letters fall of my sign, I use a placemat. You could print the letters from your computer or use a stencil. In my case, I just draw the letters and cut them myself. I will trace them to my placemat and then cut them as straight as I can. I want a galvanized look on them, so the first thing is with this sterling silver metallic pen, I'm going to give it 2 coats of paint and let it dry. Then with my Peter Gray and white paint, I will be applying to my letters, creating stains with a brush. You can go back and forth between the colors until you get the galvanized look that you like. I'm going to use the burnt umber color and this sponge and trying to make my letters look a little bit older on the edges. From there, I'm going to use these Walmart foam letter stickers, and I think they cost about $2.84. I'm not sure, but I will use the word hello and I will paint it with my Waverly Chalk paint in plaster color, and when it is dry, I put a few small details in brown color, and I'm going to paste it on the top of my sign. From there, I start to hit the word fall down with my hot glue gun. And finally, I just stick this metal leaf that brought this Dollar Tree pumpkin on the top of my sign. This project is inspired by a giant sign that they have at Michael's. I made a little smaller, but I think it looks super cute, and the truth is that I saved a lot of money and I'm so happy with the result. As I told you, this is my husband's favorite DIY. Let me know if this project was your favorite too. Okay, I'm really excited about this last project because I've been seeing many pumpkins made of raffia and I've been always want one, and I decided that I'm gonna try to make one. So I used this large Dollar Tree pumpkin and I painted it in a color that was the closest thing to the color of my raffia, and I give it 2 coats of this khaki paint and let it dry. In total, I used 2 packages that bring 3 raffia rolls. To work with my raffia, the first thing I did was to try to divide it equally. Then one of the parts should make a knot in the end and cut it from the size of the heel you need to cover your pumpkin. And with what you have to do, you must make a fast knot so you have more control and just cut it in the same size as the other raffia set you had. From there, I'm going to start making a braid with the raffia. Once you're done, I put hot glue at the end of the braid to prevent it from unravel. In what I finish making all the raffia braids, I need to cover my pumpkin. How I told you, I use a total of 6 raffia rolls. This is easy to do, but be patient because it will take a little time to do. When it's finished, you can start sticking the raffia braids with hot glue on your pumpkin. You must cut the knot you made and stick that end to your pumpkin, and I use a popsicle stick to avoid burning my fingers. And you must glue all the braids this way. I start by sticking the braids 2 by 2, forming a cross just to be more organized and have more control of the space I left between each braid. And I keep sticking everything until I cover all the pumpkin with this raffia. Guys, do you follow me on Instagram or Facebook? If not, I'm going to leave my account here on the screen and in the description box of every single video. When it is finished, I will use another metal leaf of this pumpkin and I will glue it on the top of the pumpkin, and I also stick a piece of trunk with hot glue to be the stem of my pumpkin. And that will be all for our last project, a beautiful and big pumpkin made of braids of raffia, and oh my god, I love it. I think it's my favorite, but I don't know, I'm not sure because I really love the moss pumpkin too, and of course the beautiful sign of Hello Fall. I made this amazing ladder a long time ago using Dollar Tree materials, and I'm going to leave you the link of this ladder DIY on the description box of this video. Let me know in the comments which project was your favorite. Give me a big thumbs up and share this video with friends and family. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video, and remember that you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. See you this Sunday with my 5 minutes crafting with you. Love you so much, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.